After you.
No, okay.
Hi, I'm Mad Mike, and I run Maven's Movie Vault with Horror.
I'm Angela, and I run Black Box Figures and Props.
And we're here to talk about HorrorCon UK 2017 that took place last weekend. Some of the guests were Cassandra Peterson, aka Elvira, Tom Matthews from Return of the Living Dead,
Linda Hayden from Blood on Satan's Claw,
John Jarrett.
Wolf Creek 2, and soon to be in Bar.
Which also has Bill Moseley in, by the way. Heaven Lankenkamp, I hate saying that name. Obviously Nancy from Elm Street, Nightmare on Elm Street I should say. Sid Haig from The Devil's Rejects, House of a Thousand Corpses, and many, many more things as well. Also the artist Grain Humphreys. He's done absolute shitloads of stuff over the years, from the original Evil Dead quad to Nightmare on Elm Street. Also DVD art and a lot of Hammer and Fright Fest stuff as well.
Well, we've attended the last three, which are the only three. So today we're just going to draw comparisons of the last few times and what's improved, what hasn't. And I'll let Michael take it away.
Thanks. This year was the first thing we noticed was different from the first year and the second year was the queuing system. We were giving numbered tickets for each person of the 6 main celebrities. It was kind of, from what we've spoken to other people, it kind of worked a lot better than the year before, which was mayhem.
Yeah.
So yeah, the queuing system, it kind of worked if you got your timing right. A lot of the celebrities, obviously, they do the Q&As and photo ops. So they spend, what, a good half an hour doing the Q&As?
Yeah.
And then straight to the photo ops. So if you kind of had a numbered ticket, which would kind of go in for that period of time, you'd be stood there queuing for nobody while they were off doing the photo ops and the Q&As. But obviously, if you did time it right, it was a bit hit and miss, really, wasn't it? I think you were kind of lucky if you got straight in. And
it's unfortunately it's never ideal, and I don't think they'll ever kind of implement a system which will be any easier. I think you're just going to have to queue.
Yeah.
If you're like me and Mike and you want every single autograph,
yeah,
then you're going to pretty much spend all of your day queuing. So be prepared for that. I will say another thing I noticed actually before that, when we first entered, was this was the first year that they asked to search bags. Now I don't know if it's because I look a little bit dodgy, but they searched mine, although I was informed by a good friend who we met there, Tony, who I've known for a couple of years now, that they didn't search us. So,
hi Tony.
Yeah, hi Tony. I don't know what this says about how I look, but that was the only other thing. And besides that, yeah, the start of the day ran. The getting in.
There's all the drugs and guns that we had to leave in the car, so we must have been seen.
Yeah, it ran pretty well. They scanned your barcode on your tickets outside and then give you a badge straight away. So besides being searched, cavity search.
Yeah, pretty much straight in.
Straight in.
I missed that bit. I want to get back.
But yeah, the next, I think, the other thing for me is it's just a small point. I probably picked up on all the tiny little negative things as well as the positive. That the space when you enter into the main, what I call the main hall, the main
hall, yeah.
Yeah. It's via 2 doors. That seems to be the only entrance, and there's not a lot of room that really does get packed in there.
Yeah, you kind of walked in and you got attacked by a pinhead on your left.
Yeah, but it was very, very, very small. So maybe looking at spacing out for next year, because there are quite a few people there in wheelchairs and
kids. There's a few kids there, push chairs.
Maybe just see to making that entrance a little bit wider.
Yeah.
So that was.
That was the same first 2 years as well, wasn't it? Or there were two. The first year, the entrance was where the celebrities are now.
Yeah, that was it. Because they've switched ends now. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that you could use both like the first year. I can't remember anyway.
That's just me. I'm finicky. I'm really finicky. But I did hear a few people actually saying that as we were.
Yeah, you kind of got people loitering right in the doorway.
Yeah, well, perhaps it's just rude people and there was plenty of space, but maybe that's just something to think about.
Yeah, if there was a fire, we'd be all fucked.
Like carry all over. So,
I think what we'll do now is go to the walkthrough video that I did.
Okay.
It was very quick.
Yeah, because we kind of forgot.
Yeah.
We spent all day queuing.
We spent most of the day queuing, and then we wanted to relax a bit, didn't we, to look around at the stalls. So actually, to be fair, it was the best time of day to do it because there weren't that many people loitering around the stalls. So you could get a pretty good view of everything.
But I will say it was pretty jammed in there.
Yeah.
All day, right up until about the last 2 hours.
Till about 4:30.
Yeah. Well, probably.
Because there was still signing till 4:30, weren't there, some of them. So, okay, right. So we'll do that, and then when we come back, we're going to be talking about prices of photos. Dun dun.
And Cassandra Gate.
Yes, Cassandra Gate. Okay, enjoy. Check the walk around.
I think we did anyway.
7 years old and it won't get different. Now, I've got, I mean, I think it was I've stuff that I was doing now.
We're seeing him in December, so hopefully I can just mail it a little bit.
Yeah, they are.
You get to
So you're going to Newcastle? Well, they come looking for you.
I'm not even joking. Like, and I just stood there. That kind of thing. It's just gonna go amongst them and just start.
No, I won't do that.
Hey, baby.
You ordered then, didn't you? Yeah. You like pink? Okay. Would you like a pink zombie head sew? Okay, yeah, so and then yes.
Does she actually sound like
Excuse me.
wait till you see it.
Inside, it's just all the restaurants.
We went to a place yesterday.
You wanted to leave it? Was it Kenneth Paul? Likewise, mate. You take care. You see it, Paul? Down the road today. See you in a bit.
Oh no, yeah, oh god.
It's your fault.
Oh yeah, go for it, man. Yeah, same. 1 second. Hello, you're right.
You outside?
Yeah.
John's still there.
I know. Lovely sister here. Bless her. That is really cool.
Okay, that was the walk around video. So we'll move on to Cassandra Gate and
Yes.
the prices
General
for
prices.
general prices for photo ops, autographs, and selfies.
Table photo. I hate that. It's not really a selfie because you always got other people to take it for you. But table. Let's go on table photos.
Is that a table photo?
Table photos.
Top photos of tables. Photos that you have taken at tables with people.
So table photos.
Not to be mistaken with photos of
Oh, I
tables.
should have had that fag during the walk around.
No, it's not cigarette smoke. It's atmospheric.
Atmospheric. Okay, so yeah, admission £20 for your standard ticket, which got your entry at 11 o'clock. If you wanted to get there early for the early bird, which set out pretty quick to be honest, they were about £25 I think.
Yeah.
Gets you at 10, gets you a little bit of extra time, so you're not really queuing as much.
So anyway, regarding prices and the guests, all of the guests that we met were fantastic.
Yep.
All of them brilliant.
Yeah.
Linda was very sweet.
Very classy lady.
Very classy. I'd put her alongside such as you. Well, we did discuss that, didn't we? With your likes of Caroline Munro. And
Caroline
you could
Munro,
definitely
yes.
Caroline. You could definitely very different when you meet.
Different generation,
Yeah.
let's say. Yeah.
She was lovely, and then we met John, who was the highlight of my day. He's just lovely. He's just brilliant, and all you need to do is read comments that everybody's made regarding their experience with him, and everything was positive. He went so far out of his way to make you feel comfortable. I did a lot of extras for people as well. We've seen our friend's video, which he gave a message to his wife who couldn't be there once again, Tony. And, yeah, he was brilliant. Sid was fantastic. Sid was. I said this earlier online. I said that you kind of reminded me of my granddad. My granddad had a really wicked sense of humour though, so.
He's getting on a bit.
Yeah.
We've seen him walking around early. He's seen struggle walking around, and he weren't standing up for any of the table photos, which is fair enough. You know, people just went behind the table and had a photo.
I did see some comments actually just before we started this video that people were surprised he didn't have anybody, an aide for the day.
Yeah.
But I will say I did see a woman approach him who looked like staff. And she asked him, you were there, weren't you? She asked him if he wanted anybody to come and sit with him, and he said no. He seemed to be quite happy and chilled out. And
so one thing I didn't realise actually is just how fucking tall he is. He's about 6'3", 6'4". He's
really
huge.
big.
Yeah, big bloke. So yeah.
And Tom
Matthews, yes.
Yeah, he was brilliant.
Nice.
You could see he genuinely enjoyed
being there
and enjoyed meeting fans because you could see he genuinely still enjoyed being associated with the Return of the Living Dead, which sometimes from past experience, some guests don't like being associated with their main body of work. It seems to become bitter about it, whether there's been problems, over the years with distribution companies, and you know how life is, and then they seem to become bitter about.
A bit bitter,
they were
he
was great. He talked about it, and it was lovely.
Heather was really nice.
Heather was nice.
Heather
yes.
was really nice.
Probably more professional.
Yeah.
I
Her
think
signature, by the way, is she's got a footballer's signature. It's an awesome signature. But yeah, the prices for them.
Yeah. So we had Sid was 25 for a signed picture and a photo, and the same for John.
Yeah, John, Cassandra, they're all 25.
And Tom and
Linda were 20.
Yeah, they were 20. And they all included free table photos.
Table photos.
We didn't get time to actually go meet Cassandra anyway, and we kind of left it till last on purpose.
Yeah.
But we would never have time purely because we waited in line for Sid, and to be fair, the two female guests had gone. Whereas Sid and Tom and John were all there way past 5 o'clock. And we were here, and I was stood there when Sid was asked by the same woman that asked him if he wanted an aide. She said to him, "You don't want to be here all night." And he actually turned around and said, "I can't do an American accent. I'm not going anywhere while there's still people in this queue." That's what he said.
Yeah,
and
he says, as long as there's people queuing, I will stay here and sign.
Yeah.
That was at 4:28. There was a little video that I took at about 20 past 5.
Yeah.
And he was there gone past half 5.
Yeah. And John was chatting to people, and Tom was still there signing.
Yeah.
And so, Cassandra, do you want to explain?
Yes, Cassandra Gate. Okay, start at the beginning. They announced the prices on the website, on the HorrorCon UK website, and she was 25 for the signature, £40 for the photo op.
Which, to add, everybody else's was 25.
Yes. So this news, we've got a group on Facebook called HorrorCon Meetup, and we all spoke about it and said how ridiculous it was. So one fellow was kind enough to email the organisers, which he got a response saying that they don't set the price, it was the celebrities themselves, but they will look into it. We heard back later on, a couple of days later, and they had contacted Cassandra's agent, and they did drop the price to 25 with a bit of peer pressure, so that was good. But as a general rule of thumb over here in the UK, it is, from what we've heard, it's slightly different to the States. But you pretty much, when you go up to have your autograph and your photo signed, you could ask for a table photo, which every time in our experience, no problem, we'll have a photo.
Yeah, it's been lovely,
Now, we found out last night, after the convention was over, that Cassandra was charging £25 extra just for a table photo.
So if you wanted basically a picture of Elvira, may I add, she wasn't even dressed as Elvira.
No, not even for the photo op either.
I've had this discussion online where I've had people saying, well, Robert doesn't do every con as Freddy, but the point is, all these people have had a varied, long career, and they're not just known for one thing. So Elvira is. She's no different. We were discussing this to Emily Booth now.
Emily Booth over here is the horror hostess for the Horror Channel.
But because Elvira obviously had an iconic look, you'd presume that she'd make the effort. I mean, you know, it's not exactly putting a wig on and a dress. It's a bit different to Robert going under, you know, having his full prosthetic makeup done. So that was...
yeah. Anyway, we decided to fuck her off and not go and see her at all. Which means we had a couple of extra bits here and there. Now Heather, she was charging an extra £5 for a table photo. But for those people, I know somebody else that this happened to as well. I actually got 3 things signed. One for somebody else that already gave me the money for. But I had my my Freddy Krueger lightbox signed by her, and also one of the photos. Yeah. And she says, because you've had a couple of things, you won't have to pay any extra.
And
so,
we had one each.
And we had one each. Yeah. We actually had 2 photos. So so we got a pretty good deal there actually. But yeah, that's the whole thing with Cassandra. The organisers, I spoke to the organiser last night and a little bit today, and she didn't even know
and
that
who's
Cassandra...
Michael on quite friendly terms with, so you know, this is this wasn't like it wasn't an official
it wasn't an official line of complaint. It was letting her know, you know, what people have been saying. So you know, feedback basically. She didn't know Cassandra was charging at the table for photos,
and I don't, and neither did none of the guests, the people that come to see her. And I thought that was really terrible.
She's not very happy about it, by the way.
No, you know, these people have been online for weeks now saying how excited they were to meet her. And as I pointed out earlier, a lot were disappointed that she wasn't going to be dressing up, but still wanted to meet her and for a photo op and get her autograph. Now, don't forget, by this point, you've already laid out £70–80 just for those 2 things, an entry fee.
Yeah. And
then to be told to have a selfie on your mobile phone for £25 by her aide, her what do you call them? Management.
Like anyway.
You know, I would have been. Well, I wouldn't have paid it. I'd have told her no, thank you.
Still good.
So to all those fans out there, I really do feel for you, and I can understand that it would have put you in a funny position. Because you wasn't informed of this beforehand. It was upon asking to have a photo. If you could have a photo, then well, yeah, but it's £25.
Yeah.
And I suppose when you stood in front of your idol,
you've got to get your money. You've got to get your money out.
Do you let your idol know? Well, you're not worth me paying £25. You know, I suppose there's a lot of things going on, and I suppose a few people could have felt pressured. Into that.
I'd have said, "Fuck off."
You're in England now.
Yeah, you're in England. Who the fuck do you think you are?
These are not English words. Are you local?
It's a local convention for local people.
Yeah. So, I mean, take from that what you will. As
I mean, people that did speak to said she would ask, but
well, she should be for £50 a pop.
Yeah. But I mean, that was the main negative thing.
Yeah, that was the main of the whole event. And fortunately, me and Michael never were put in that situation anyway. So this is kind of on behalf of all the fans that were.
Yeah. Also, I want to mention Graham Humphreys. I've got it fucking there right in front of me. I still say fucking Graham Matthews. Graham Humphreys, the artist, he had his own little bit as well when he was selling some of his original artwork.
Some amazing work.
I managed to pick up a poster.
Yeah.
And he actually signed an Evil Dead canvas for us as well.
You can see it, it's in shot.
It's not in shot. No.
It's there, we promise.
Yeah, I'll post a picture of it later. But yeah, he was there as well, and he wasn't charging anything for signing.
And Cavity the Clown.
Even if he didn't buy.
Cavity the Clown was charging a whole £3.
£3, you ripping off clown bastard, yeah.
No, he was great. Good entertainment.
He's a good lad, actually.
Yeah.
I think everybody that saw him that day was absolutely loving him.
Yeah.
So brilliant. If you go and check out his Facebook and Instagram, I messaged him today, told him to turn his Instagram onto public. There's some brilliant videos of him and Sid Haig.
Yeah. Everybody.
Yeah, all the other cosplayers.
Except Cassandra.
Yeah.
I don't know. Okay, little gripes now. Then I'll finish off with positives. Take some food with you.
Yeah.
Magna Centre cheeseburgers. I nearly had a meltdown. I was really hungry by this point.
The lack of cheese.
Okay, £3.60 for a cheeseburger, which had honestly the smallest amount of grated cheese, and they had no onions.
The lack of onions was disturbing.
Either. They had cucumbers, but no onions.
Do you want cucumbers on your cheeseburger?
So we ended up paying nearly £10 for 2 crappy cheeseburgers. So take food.
Yeah.
Take food, or go to, if you want to go off site, there's plenty of places to go eat.
A couple of pubs now, isn't there?
But you've got to try and get a lot into the day, so just take a packed lunch. We did it one year.
Take a packed lunch.
At the
bar.
HorrorCon.
The bar was expensive.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, you paid what? You got a pint, and a pint of shandy and a small Coke.
I think it was almost £10.
Yeah, very little change out of tenner.
Yeah. So yeah.
But obviously, that's down to the Magna Centre.
Yeah.
Not the organisers of HorrorCon.
Maybe a suggestion for the organisers if they ever get to see this. This is something that I've always talked about. When you go to something like this, obviously you're with like-minded people. Although they cordoned off an area this year to use for food, they usually had that for authors and
talks,
for talks, for not the main guests. Yeah, really would be nice if they could create a communal space, because a lot of the time you've got nowhere to stand if you want to chat. And that sounds people, that you've met. Obviously, it's quite a small group, the horror community, in comparison to others such as your sci-fi. And I do think it'd be nice to recommend a small area, just a communal area where people can go and sit, maybe have a drink.
Bit of music on.
Yeah, a bit of music, and that's always something I wanted, because there's lots of people I always try and want to spend time with, and
you never get to get a chance.
Yeah, you just got kind of like in the way of everybody else. Yeah. So that was the only other thing, really. Okay.
My gripes. Don't really have any other than what we've already talked about.
Yeah. Positives. It's brilliant. I mean, as horror fans.
Yeah.
Avid horror fans, it's lovely. It's something we look forward to all year. That's why I feel I can scrutinise it slightly, because probably like everybody else that attends, it's something we put on the calendar after we get home the next day for the next year.
Not only just the first one that was started in the country, but it's also the biggest. Was it last year? I think, or earlier this year, it has sprouted off some smaller
we attended Birmingham HorrorCon, which was great.
Which is really good.
Yep.
It really chilled, relaxed. Wasn't overly busy.
But we can say that was the experience we had with the first time with this con, obviously, because
now it's progressed. It's his third year now, so obviously it's going to be bigger and better. But yeah, it's that's exactly. We don't get many.
No, so we're absolutely over the moon that this is here for us, and the reason I suppose I feel okay to pass a few negative comments. They're not negative, more suggestive of how it could be improved maybe, and these are not things that probably require too much more money.
Yeah.
It's because we love it so much.
And we spend a fortune anyway.
Which will be saved.
Yeah.
It's a big thing. It wasn't just something we do on a whim, the same as most people that go. So they're the little things, and as we say, the organisers themselves didn't know about these extra charges, so we can't hold it. And I'm sure next year they've already said that they'll be looking at this very strongly, and because it's not only do they seem to enjoy obviously the revenue, but they seem to actually care that the guests have a good time.
Yeah.
And basically there really isn't a lot more you could ask for, because the day goes so quickly.
It is a 2-day HorrorCon.
Yeah, it is. So. Yeah, we will be going.
Well, next year we'll have a stall.
Yeah.
Or you'll have a stall, and I'll be working for her.
Yeah. So yeah, they've got some photos from the con.
We'll pop up some photos from
to end the video. And we'd like to say that hopefully you enjoyed this, and in future we'll be reviewing any of the conventions that we attend, and also maybe films and bits and bobs.
Do a few extras. If we start getting a few likes here and there and a few comments, we're going to do a bit of a giveaway maybe.
Yeah, we've got a lot attended by a lot of doubles.
A lot of double DVD. Babe, I've already got that on Blu-ray.
And we had Scarface
and DVD.
Gate.
and
if
video
anybody's seen a bag
full of
full
Scarface
of
DVDs.
Scarface,
Yeah,
each
it's
one
ours.
different. It's ours because
don't know what
somewhere
happened to
somewhere in the house.
So poltergeist came. I think I left the window open, and a raccoon came in and took it.
So yeah, so hopefully we'll be making more videos because we
Yeah.
enjoy it anyway. We like talking about everything horror related.
Yes.
So please check out my page. It's Black Box Figures and Props on Facebook. I'm on Instagram as well. And
Obviously, I've got been going for a while now. Maven's Movie Vault of Horror on Blogspot. Was a blogger. Just Google Maven's Movie Vault of Horror. I'll come up. I used to do a lot of reviews, but I tend not to do too much nowadays. Also, I'm on Facebook as Maven's Movie Vault of Horror. Instagram, you can check out my Instagram, Mad Night Narge. But yeah, there you go. So I hope you enjoyed the video.
and also will be within the photos is a fantastic, amazing painting that our good friend Tony once again mentioned 3 times now.
Hi Tony.
Hi Tony.
Still.
Painted before the con of John, and
John signed for you as well, didn't he?
yeah, I've got that signed. That's now framed. That will be up on the that will be in the photos. But I have to say, please visit his page. We will attach the page to the photo.
Yeah, we'll if you check the description below the video, I'm going to put a load of links in there for you all. So
Yeah, it's fantastic work. It's starting out and his work's brilliant. So yeah.
Towards the end, after the photos, there will be a video just to show you Sig Haig still there when everybody else is
Yeah,
fucked off.
so please check that out
So,
because he, a real credit to him. Fantastic. But overall, out of 10, I'd give it a good 8,
8,
9.
yeah.
Same as every.
Yeah.
And we can't really comment on last year's, which is a shame. But I
Yeah,
hope Doug
we've got-
does
we've got the 10,
attend
yeah.
again sometime. That'd be great.
Hopefully. But yeah, there you go. So give us a like, give us a thumbs up, subscribe,
That's okay.
follow.
If you just do the thumbs up.
Yeah, thumbs up. He's got 2 thumbs and doesn't give a fuck. This guy. But there you go. Thanks. Bye-bye.
Bye. You didn't do the thumbs up.
I did.